Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something about life. It's not meant to be easy. The road to greatness is not a straight path. It's jagged, full of sharp turns, and it demands resilience. When you're climbing towards something extraordinary, the weight gets heavier, the air gets thinner, and sometimes you feel like giving up. But that's the moment when you need to dig deep. You see, every single one of us has dreams, aspirations, and goals we want to achieve. But dreams don't come without struggles. Challenges are not there to stop you, they're there to build you. Life will knock you down. It will hit you hard, harder than anything you've ever faced. And when it does, you'll want to quit. You'll think to yourself, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I'm not good enough. That voice will whisper doubt in your ear, but you've got to silence it. Never give up. Not on yourself, not on your dreams, not on the people who believe in you. Success isn't handed out, it's earned through grit and perseverance. The world doesn't owe you anything. If you want it, you've got to fight for it. Look at history. Look at the people who have changed the world, people who have defied the odds, broken barriers, and redefined what's possible. They weren't born special. They didn't have an easier road. What they had was a refusal to quit. They had a belief so strong that failure couldn't shake it. When the obstacles seem too big, when the pain feels unbearable, remember why you started. Remember that the pain of regret will always outweigh the pain of hard work. It's not about avoiding failure, it's about how you rise after every fall. Each setback, each defeat is a setup for a comeback. You don't grow when things are easy. You grow when you're challenged, tested, and pushed beyond your limits. Growth comes when you stand up after being knocked down and say, I'm not done yet. Success is not the absence of failure, it's the courage to keep going despite failure. It's the willingness to face rejection, ridicule, and hardship because you know what you're chasing is worth it. There will be times when you feel alone in your journey. That's okay. Greatness is often a lonely path. Not everyone will understand your vision. Not everyone will cheer for you, but don't let that discourage you. If you wait for the world to validate you, you'll be waiting forever. So stand tall, fight harder, and when you think you've reached your limit, push one step further because it's not over until you decide it is. Never give up. You are capable of more than you can imagine. You are stronger than your fears, bigger than your doubts, and destined for greatness. Keep going. Keep believing. Keep fighting. Resilience is built through failure, not comfort rise every time life knocks you down. Life is not a smooth journey, and anyone who has ever achieved something worthwhile knows that adversity is a constant companion. The world doesn't hand over success on a silver platter. It tests, challenges, and stretches you in ways you never anticipated. When life knocks you down, it's not just about the act of falling, it's about the decision you make in that moment, whether to stay down or to rise up. Falling is inevitable, but rising is a choice. Failure is not the opposite of success, it's an integral part of it. Every successful individual has faced moments of failure, yet it was their response to those moments that defined their path. Failure is not a reflection of your inadequacy, it's evidence that you're striving for something greater than yourself. It's proof that you're taking risks, stepping out of your comfort zone, and daring to chase something meaningful. Each time you stumble, you learn something new about the world, about your goals, and most importantly, about yourself. Resilience isn't something you're born with, it's something you build. And it's built in those moments of failure when the temptation to give up feels overwhelming. The first step to resilience is shifting your mindset about failure. Instead of viewing it as a setback, see it as an opportunity to grow, adapt, and improve. Every failure carries with it a lesson, but it's up to you to extract it. Instead of asking, why me, when faced with challenges, ask, what can I learn from this? When life hits you hard, it's easy to feel defeated. It's easy to question your abilities, your choices, and your path. But resilience means refusing to let failure have the final say. It means standing back up, even when every bone in your body is telling you to stay down. It's about understanding that each fall is temporary and that you have the strength within you to rise again. Rising after a fall isn't just about physical effort. It's about mental fortitude. It's about summoning the courage to believe in yourself when everything around you feels uncertain. Comfort zones are where dreams go to die. They may feel safe, but they also keep you stagnant. Resilience is built when you step out of those zones and embrace discomfort. Challenges force you to grow in ways that comfort never will. They reveal your true strength and show you what you're capable of. When you face adversity head on, you develop a sense of confidence that no one can take away from you. You begin to realize that you're stronger than your circumstances, and that realization is empowering. Think of the people who have achieved greatness in any field. Whether it's athletes, entrepreneurs, artists, or leaders, their stories are filled with moments of failure. They weren't immune to setbacks, but they refused to let those setbacks define them. They saw failure as a stepping stone, not a roadblock. They used it as fuel to work harder, dream bigger, and push further. The difference between those who succeed and those who don't often comes down to resilience. It's not about avoiding failure, it's about refusing to be defeated by it. When you rise after a fall, you gain more than just a chance to keep moving forward. You gain strength, wisdom, and experience. You become better equipped to handle the challenges that lie ahead. Each time you get back up, you reinforce the belief that you're capable of overcoming anything. And that belief becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. The more resilient you become, the more willing you are to take risks, knowing that failure is not the end, but a necessary part of the journey. Resilience is also about perspective. It's about choosing to focus on what you can control rather than dwelling on what you can't. It's about understanding that while you can't change the past, you have the power to shape your future. It's about refusing to let temporary setbacks derail your long-term vision. When you adopt this perspective, failure loses its power over you. It no longer feels like a permanent defeat, but rather a temporary detour. Building resilience requires practice, patience, and persistence. It's not a one-time effort, it's a lifelong commitment. It's about making the conscious decision to keep going no matter how tough things get. It's about finding strength in the face of adversity and refusing to let challenges dictate your destiny. Resilience doesn't mean you won't feel pain, frustration, or disappointment. It means you won't let those feelings stop you. It's important to remember that resilience is not a solo journey. Surround yourself with people who uplift and support you. Seek out mentors, friends, and loved ones who believe in your potential and encourage you to keep going. Their support can make all the difference when you're facing tough times. At the same time, be mindful of the voices you allow into your life. Not everyone will understand your journey, and that's okay. Focus on those who inspire and motivate you to rise above your challenges. Resilience also requires self-compassion. Be kind to yourself when you fall short. Acknowledge your efforts and give yourself credit for trying. Remember that failure doesn't define your worth. You're not less valuable because of your mistakes. You're more valuable because of your determination to keep trying. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a friend. Life is full of uncertainties, and no one is immune to hardship. But resilience gives you the strength to navigate those uncertainties with courage and grace. It allows you to face life's challenges with an unshakable belief in your ability to overcome them. It reminds you that no matter how many times you fall, you have the power to rise again. Each time you do, you become stronger, wiser, and more resilient than before. When you embrace resilience, you unlock your true potential. You realize that failure is not something to fear, but something to embrace. You understand that every setback is an opportunity to grow, and every challenge is a chance to prove to yourself what you're capable of. Resilience is not just about surviving, it's about thriving. It's about turning obstacles into opportunities and setbacks into setups for success. It's about rising again and again, no matter how many times life knocks you down. Greatness requires relentless, persistent success belongs to those who refuse to quit. True greatness is not something that comes easily, nor is it achieved overnight. It is the result of unwavering dedication, consistent effort, and a refusal to give in to the temptation of quitting when the journey gets tough. The world is full of talented individuals who never reach their full potential because they lack the persistence to see their dreams through. Talent may open the door, but persistence is what keeps you walking through it. It is the relentless pursuit of your goals that separates those who achieve greatness from those who settle for mediocrity. Persistence is not simply about working hard, it is about continuing to work hard, especially in the face of adversity. The road to success is rarely straightforward. It is filled with obstacles, setbacks, and moments of doubt. These moments test your resolve and your commitment to your vision. They ask you a simple but profound question: how badly do you want it? Those who achieve greatness are the ones who answer that question with action, proving their desire by continuing to push forward, even when the odds seem stacked against them. The beauty of persistence lies in its simplicity. It does not require you to have all the answers or to be the smartest person in the room. It asks only one thing of you: to keep going. Day after day, step after step, persistence turns small, consistent actions into monumental achievements. It builds momentum, and with enough momentum, even the heaviest obstacles can be overcome. Success is not about grand gestures, it is about the cumulative power of relentless effort. There will always be moments when quitting feels like the easier option. When the challenges seem insurmountable and the rewards feel distant, it is natural to question whether the struggle is worth it. But those who achieve greatness understand that these moments are a test. They see challenges not as barriers, but as opportunities to grow stronger, smarter, and more determined. Every obstacle you face is a chance to prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you ever imagined. Persistence is also about adaptability. It is not about stubbornly sticking to a single plan, even when it is not working. Instead, it is about being flexible and willing to adjust your approach while staying committed to your ultimate goal. The path to success is rarely a straight line, and those who achieve greatness are willing to take detours, learn from their mistakes, and keep moving forward no matter what. They understand that failure is not the opposite of success, it is a necessary part of the journey. There is a quiet power in persistence. It does not demand attention or seek recognition. It works silently day after day, building a foundation for success. It is not flashy or glamorous, but it is incredibly effective. Persistence does not rely on motivation, which can be fleeting. It is rooted in discipline, which keeps you moving forward, even when motivation fades. Discipline is what gets you out of bed in the morning, what keeps you working late into the night, and what ensures that you do what needs to be done, regardless of how you feel. One of the most important aspects of persistence is having a clear vision of what you want to achieve. When you have a strong sense of purpose, it becomes easier to stay committed to your goals. Your vision serves as a guiding light, reminding you why you started and where you are going. It gives you the strength to keep moving forward, even when the path is difficult. Without a clear vision, it is easy to lose focus and give up when the going gets tough. Persistence also requires patience. In a world that often glorifies instant gratification, the ability to delay gratification is a rare but invaluable skill. True greatness takes time to achieve, and those who are willing to put in the work over the long haul are the ones who ultimately succeed. Patience allows you to stay the course even when progress is slow and results are not immediately visible. It reminds you that every small step forward is a step closer to your goal, no matter how insignificant it may seem in the moment. The journey to greatness is not one you take alone. Surrounding yourself with the right people is essential to maintaining your persistence. Seek out mentors, friends, and supporters who believe in your vision and encourage you to keep going. Their guidance and encouragement can provide the motivation you need to push through difficult times. At the same time, be mindful of those who may try to discourage you or undermine your efforts. Protect your energy and focus on the relationships that uplift and inspire you. Persistence is not about perfection, it is about progress. It is about showing up every day and doing the best you can with what you have. It is about learning from your mistakes and using them as stepping stones to move closer to your goals. Each small victory you achieve along the way builds your confidence and reinforces your belief in your ability to succeed. Over time, these small victories add up, creating a powerful sense of momentum that propels you forward. There will be times when your persistence is tested, and you may feel like you are not making any progress. These moments can be discouraging, but they are also an opportunity to dig deep and find your inner strength. Remember that every great achievement was once just a dream, and every successful person faced challenges similar to your own. They persevered not because it was easy, but because they refused to let obstacles stand in their way. Greatness requires relentless persistence because the journey to success is not for the faint of heart. It demands courage, determination, and an unshakable belief in your ability to achieve your goals. It requires you to keep going, even when the odds seem impossible and the path forward is unclear. But it is precisely this persistence that makes success so rewarding. When you finally achieve your goals, you can look back on your journey with pride, knowing that you earned every bit of your success through hard work and perseverance. The power of persistence cannot be overstated. It is the key that unlocks the door to greatness, the force that propels you forward when everything else tells you to stop. It is the quiet determination that keeps you going, no matter how difficult the journey may be. And it is the one quality that separates those who achieve their dreams from those who let their dreams slip away. A vision without action is nothing more than a dream. To achieve greatness, you must move with purpose, determination, and unwavering commitment. It is one thing to see where you want to go, to picture the life you desire, or to imagine the legacy you want to leave behind, but it is something entirely different to take the steps necessary to make that vision a reality. Action transforms possibility into achievement, and without it, even the most ambitious goals will remain out of reach. Taking action is often the hardest part of any journey. It requires courage to step out of your comfort zone, to risk failure, and to face the unknown. The path to greatness is not paved with guarantees, and the fear of uncertainty can be paralyzing. But those who succeed understand that waiting for the perfect moment or ideal circumstances is a recipe for inaction. They embrace the idea that progress often comes from imperfect, messy, and challenging efforts, but efforts nonetheless. When you act with purpose, you align your actions with your vision. This alignment creates a sense of direction and focus that makes every step forward meaningful. Purposeful action is not about being busy for the sake of being busy. It is about doing the right things at the right time to move closer to your goals. It requires you to be intentional with your time, energy, and resources, ensuring that every decision you make contributes to your ultimate success. Determination is the fuel that powers action. It is the inner drive that keeps you moving forward, even when progress is slow and challenges seem insurmountable. Determination is not about brute force or blind stubbornness. It is about resilience and the ability to adapt in the face of adversity. Those who achieve greatness understand that setbacks are inevitable, but they do not let these setbacks define them. Instead, they use them as opportunities to learn, grow, and refine their approach. The journey to greatness is rarely linear. It is filled with twists, turns, and unexpected detours. To move with determination, you must be willing to embrace the uncertainty of the journey and trust in your ability to navigate it. This trust comes from a deep belief in yourself and your capacity to overcome obstacles. It is this belief that allows you to keep going. Even when the path ahead is unclear, the odds are stacked against you. Commitment is the foundation of consistent action. It is the promise you make to yourself to show up every day, regardless of how you feel or what challenges you face. Commitment is not about waiting for motivation to strike. It is about building the discipline to act, even when motivation is absent. Discipline creates habits, and habits create results. When you commit to taking consistent action, you set yourself up for long-term success, even if the progress feels slow in the moment. To act with commitment, you must have a clear understanding of your why. Your why is the reason behind your actions, the driving force that keeps you moving forward. When you are deeply connected to your purpose, it becomes easier to stay committed, even when the journey gets tough. Your why gives you the strength to persevere through challenges, the clarity to make difficult decisions, and the inspiration to keep going when others would give up. One of the most important aspects of taking purposeful action is the willingness to start where you are with what you have. It is easy to get caught up in the idea that you need more resources, more knowledge, or more experience before you can begin. But the truth is, waiting for the perfect moment often leads to missed opportunities. Those who achieve greatness understand that progress begins with the first step, no matter how small or imperfect it may be. Action also requires a willingness to take risks. To achieve something extraordinary, you must be willing to step outside of your comfort zone and embrace the possibility of failure. Failure is not something to be feared. It is a natural part of the journey to success. Every failure teaches you something valuable, whether it is a new approach, a deeper understanding of yourself, or a greater appreciation for the challenges you face. The key is to view failure as a stepping stone rather than a roadblock. As you take action, it is important to remember that progress is not always immediately visible. The journey to greatness is often marked by periods of slow, incremental progress that can feel frustrating or discouraging. But those who stay the course understand that small steps add up over time. Each step forward, no matter how insignificant it may seem, brings you closer to your goals. It is the cumulative effect of consistent effort that creates lasting change and meaningful achievements. Taking purposeful action also requires the ability to prioritize. In a world filled with distractions and competing demands, it is essential to focus on what truly matters. This means saying no to activities, commitments, or habits that do not align with your vision. It means being intentional with your time and energy, ensuring that every choice you make moves you closer to your goals. Prioritization is not about doing more, it is about doing what matters most. One of the challenges of taking action is dealing with self-doubt. It is natural to question whether you are capable of achieving your goals or whether your efforts will pay off. But those who succeed understand that self-doubt is a part of the process. They acknowledge their doubts but do not let them dictate their actions. Instead, they choose to believe in their potential and their ability to overcome challenges. This belief gives them the confidence to keep moving forward, even in the face of uncertainty. The power of action lies in its ability to create momentum. When you take consistent, purposeful steps toward your goals, you build a sense of progress that propels you forward. Momentum makes it easier to stay motivated, to overcome obstacles, and to push through challenges. It creates a positive feedback loop where each small victory reinforces your belief in your ability to succeed. Over time, this momentum becomes an unstoppable force that drives you toward greatness. Taking action also requires a willingness to let go of perfectionism. The pursuit of perfection can be paralyzing, causing you to delay or avoid taking action altogether. But those who achieve greatness understand that perfection is not the goal, progress is. They embrace the idea that imperfect action is better than no action at all. By letting go of the need for everything to be perfect, they free themselves to take bold, decisive steps toward their goals. Ultimately, taking purposeful action is about living with intention. It is about making deliberate choices that align with your values, your vision, and your goals. It is about being proactive rather than reactive, taking control of your life rather than letting circumstances dictate your path. When you act with purpose, determination, and commitment, you create a life that is not only successful but also deeply fulfilling.